EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the New York Jets. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Nick Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Wilson. Complete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you...
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there for the Patriots.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback. And he put it right where it needed to be.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
In your face!
And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
2nd and 3. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Patriots. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point splits the uprights, and it will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They give the Chubb out of the gun, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 3rd down, Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Oh, he sheds himself free. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's caught. Beckham. There he goes, right side. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
3 tight ends up front here. Third and goal. They'll try and run. Stevenson.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30, up to the 33.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. Stays on his feet. It was Isaiah Johnson there to make the stop.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Wilson. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so they dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Play action. Now Wilson.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll run for it. Chubb. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did.
Nick Chubb stops short. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown.
Out for the PAT, here's McGinnis.
It's good, and it's 21-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
2nd and 2.
Back to throw here. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. All day, baby, all day. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Let's go, D. Hey, we go Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Trap 60, trap 60.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing, Winston. Going deep here for Allen.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Again, it's Winston. He completes it to Beckham. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 40. Jameis to throw it. Going right back to Beckham here, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down, Winston. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Now a second down and 6.
He's coming. Wait. Easy. Green, triple T. Mike 20.
Here's Winston. It's caught by OBJ. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And the Patriots are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots are back within a score. They'll look to throw. That's caught at the 1.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They go play action with Wilson.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. And he comes back with one complete.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
2nd down and 4. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They go play action now. Wilson.
A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 47. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
Open man here, the tight end, Henry. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Hunter Henry, his first touchdown on the year. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. They'll try and throw for it. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for two too early. But in this case, I understand.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Jets on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Jameis now on first down. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Winston. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Winston. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go. From the gun, Winston.
Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. 3 bucks. Hey, Mike 20. Easy. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day. Wait. It's going to be a long day. There we go, Mike 20. Let's go, baby. They turn up. Let's get that ball. Mike Green, triple C. Mike 20. All day, pump. Hey, Mike 20. Here we go, D. Here I come.
To throw, Winston. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his big tight end here. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now a throw here, hauled in. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots.
These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Ray certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
Well, my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run it again with Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to put one over his head as this game progresses.
Here's Wilson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Huge first down. Got to hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing now is Wilson. And this one is incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wilson to throw. Flush to his right. And he comes back with one complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This a long one from 54. And his kick is good. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Jets, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Patriots,